Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Snoo back again. Off the heels of the previous massive crafting video for Last Epoch, I got another video for you today to address the major issue that came following that video, which is crafting materials. So I've been spending tons of crafting materials, gobbling up bases off of the trade market, and it's left me with 0 glyphs of hope, pretty short on runes of removal, pretty short on glyphs of despair, and I have more than I need of a fair share of other different crafting materials. A terrible imbalance, if you will. What do I do about that? How do I target farm the crafting materials back in? Now, I can't just run echoes and do other things and just kind of gradually accumulate. But that'll leave me in an imbalance, and that will mean that I have more forms of certain currency that I need and not enough of other that I need to do what I want to do, which involves definitely trying to craft gear upgrades. So, for that, I got to showcase the 2 separate factions. We're looking at trade, and then we're going to be looking at the solo self-found variation in this game called Circle of Fortune. Totally different faction. We'll talk about it a little bit in this video. I'm going to be cutting this video, going to be kind of making it a little bit shorter because there are different things I have to do in between, but I'll tell you what I'm doing as we get to it. To start off, I am currently within the trade faction. It's called the Merchants Guild. I have it fully spec'd up, got different bonuses here. They basically just have to pertain to permission to purchase different trade items. But I took all my gear off, and the reason I did that is because in this game, you cannot just swap over from factions willy-nilly. You have to make a sacrifice to do so. You kind of need to commit to one or the other overall. In this case, I've committed to trade. I got great gear over here on trade, but I got not so good gear on Circle of Fortune because I did level this character through Circle of Fortune. So at least I have some functional gear for my build. But you'll notice here, for example, on this Rogue Relic, it has an icon down by the rank 5 listed. It's a purple icon. That means this item was derived from the Circle of Fortune's prophecies in some way, shape, or form. And therefore, I cannot equip it. I cannot even put it on right now. It says you are not a member of this faction for this required item. The same can be true vice versa. If I'm Circle of Fortune, I cannot wear an item that has this orange icon, which means I bought it off trade, which means it was derived through the trade faction. Really interesting. So, I can put on this relic. No problem. I can't put on this relic. Well, in a second, it's going to be the opposite here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the faction. It says, leaving your faction, you'll keep your reputation, thank goodness, but your favor will be lost. Good idea to drain all your favor down to the bottom when the time comes. Now, Circle of Fortune here, I almost rank 10, and I'm going to go ahead and visit the observatory, which is nearby, and I'm going to go over here, and we're about to target farm exactly the glyphs and runes that I need, including runes of creation, by the way, which evidently not nearly as rare as people think they are. And I think I will show you that as well. Here we go. I'm going to talk to the NPC. A little bit of dialogue. Join the Circle of Fortune. All right. Once again, I don't know, this is like the 5th or 6th time I've joined it. But there we go. And now suddenly, I can't wear this relic, but I can wear this one. So I had all the gear out nice and prepared here. And you can see, just look at the bow, difference of bow slams there on the legendary. That's a big difference. Definitely inferior gear here. But it's okay. I can play the game at like half of the corruption level that I normally do. And it's kind of nice. You can have different monoliths set at different corruption levels to make this not too bad. I guess I didn't even have all the relics set. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, the gear is all set, ready to go. I think my resistances are pretty good. Yeah, that's about right. Of course, I was using the Void Blessing for the other one. That's a little awkward, but anyway, we're going to go over here. And in Idle Prophecies, now you can set up these things in different ways. Go ahead and show you what I'm using in just a second here. But there are runes and glyphs you can target from. Look, Glyph of Chaos, which I don't need. I had a huge number of them. Rune of Shattering, not that big of a deal. Rune of Removal, I am going to need that, and I can fill it 6 times, which should be 6 times 7. This would be 42 runes of removal, which can be enhanced even further through reputation rewards. And so that costs a lot of favor, but I start back at 100, which means I got to go out and farm some echoes to get my favor up, but I will most likely select this one because I need runes of removal. I need glyphs of hope, glyphs of despair, and I'll try to get some runes of creation if I can. Now, this is for idols, and then over here we got, weapons, we got armors, we got jewelry, different things. It says here I have reduced chance for prophecies to have monolith events, and the reason I do that is because this is not, the Circle of Fortune is not the game mode that I'm playing on, so I don't want to be getting a wide variety of different monolith rewards. I also still don't want to have arena events. I'll take campaign or dungeon events though, because those are easy to kind of line up a bunch of prophecies all at once and do them that way. 15% increased chance per rank to find glyphs is also really nice. Now, I will do that for glyphs and or runes, and you purchase those all right here. All right, so now we're going to cut, and I got to go do some farming. Going to get a whole bunch of favor so I can buy a whole bunch of prophecies that will fit in, well, I guess up to this many slots. We'll take a look at that in just a second here. Okay, I'm back. We have some favor now, 70k on the dot. I figured that's enough to fill up the prophecy window pretty well. Should end up with hundreds of glyphs of hope at least, and some of the other ones I need as well. We're about to show you what the UI looks like, and you're going to have a real good idea about how and why I'm able to stockpile massive quantities of these crafting materials. This is the starting point, and I promise I'm not going to craft anything between now and finishing out the prophecies before swapping back over to trade. So we go back in. I have the same lenses I had before. We're going to focus on glyphs to start, and it should be the same window as I had before. Yep. And I mentioned that this one will be good. You have 42 runes of removal, plus any other Circle of Fortune benefits there. It costs 6,000 though, and that's because it had multiple repeats on there. Glyph of Hope I'm looking for. I don't feel comfortable doing a tier 4 dungeon on this character with this gear. By the way, I should have mentioned, forgot to, and I know somebody's going to say something in the comments if I don't. You can do this all on a second character. You don't have to swap from trade over to Circle of Fortune back and forth. It would definitely be more convenient if you did. I'm a weird one. I only make one character. I really enjoyed this character. I know most of you have multiple characters in this game. Probably at least 2 that are fully leveled. If you have one decked out Circle of Fortune character, absolutely just log in there. Because all of that stash, that's all related to stash stuff. So it carries over to whatever character you're running. All the crafting materials, all of that. Glyph of Chaos, I do not need. Rune of Ascendance, don't really care about that. Definitely not going to be blowing 4,500 on that. In this case, we're just going to reroll. Yep, going to reroll it. Alright, Glyph of Chaos. And I'm all about doing the campaign mission because you can just keep recycling the boss over and over. I'll show you that. Hopefully, we got another tier 4 dungeon, so going to reroll again. Glyph of Despair, I do actually need that one. Glyph Death of a Boss, okay, good. Got a few repeats on it too, that's nice. Glyph of Order, I don't need. I really don't need it, but I'm going to take it because it's only 900 anyway. And for some reason, that's a pretty cheap price for 2 refills of that. Let's see what we got next. Ooh, nothing. I don't care about idols. Not going to be doing that. Ooh, and again, this is focused on glyphs primarily. Okay. Well, I guess this one's a lot easier. It doesn't really matter, though. Same number. Anyway, I will probably do, up to tier 3 on the dungeons. Will be fine. Glyphs I will need. Glyph Despair. The Mage multiple times. Rune of Removal I do need as well, but this looks like a better bet right now. So, the Exile Mages, I'll have to go back and do some echoes. Anyway. Rune of Removal, alright. Here we go. Yep, that's a good one. Can do that one pretty easily. Glyph of Hope. Order. Glyph. Here it is, Rune of Creation. I mentioned this before. This thing is coming. This is like the Mirror of Calandra on there. And I see this so commonly, I don't usually even click it. I'm going to click it this time just so you can see. This is how you target farm the Mirror Rune. It shows up here periodically. Honestly, I see it like on average, like 1 in every 10 rerolls maybe. It's really not rare, guys. So you should never feel like, oh no, if I don't do it, I gotta do. Ooh, Soul Bastion 6 times? 6 times. I don't want to do that boss 6 times. I already know what that's going to look like. As I keep fulfilling it, I don't want to have to keep doing just that boss over and over and over again. I could do it, but gonna pass. Okay, Glyph of Order. Again, I guess. I don't really need that one, but that's fine. Here we go. We got at least something useful here. They're already peeling off that thick layer of favor. Already dwindling down here. We're going to have to go with this one. That's fine. Be random glyphs. Glyph of Despair, usable. Hope, Discovery, nope. Rune of Creation, just like I said, guys, it shows up. Shows up all the time. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. Really don't need it. Honestly, if it wasn't a YouTube video, I think I would just hit reroll on that. Okay, nope. Wow. Extra glyphs, so to speak. Are you sure? I'm not seeing many glyphs here. Wow, this is really bad RNG right now. Tier 4 dungeon. I honestly don't even know if I could do a Tier 4 dungeon. Chronomancer Jeweler. Alright, I'll sync up to do this one many times, I guess. Yeah, I'll deal with that. So now I know I'm going to have to lean heavily into the Temporal Sanctum. Hopefully, yeah, I get things like this. Like that, exactly. Got to kill the boss another couple times. Yeah. So that's going to sync up. So when I kill that boss over and over again, it's just going to drop so many things. Oh, 9 elementals 6 times over in the other dungeon. I don't really want to do that. We'll definitely go with this one instead. Okay, Glyph of Despair. Nice. Probably going to take that one. Unless I get this one. That one's actually better. Better. Once again, Temporal Sanctum. So I'm kind of in the back of my head thinking, alright, anything Temporal Sanctum, probably going to click it. I should go ahead and lean into one more dungeon, potentially, but we'll see. Maybe I won't have to. Soul Bastion, Glyph of Despair, more Glyphs of Hope here, and that's tier 4. This is any tier. Okay, I got to kill her 6 times anyway. From previous one, so that works. I can do Soul Bastion once, no problem. Rune of Creation, 3rd time. Tier 3, I could click it. I'm not going to, though. I guess it doesn't really matter. I know I'm going to do Soulfire once, at least. Okay, Glyph of Hope. Yup. And we're over halfway done already. Temporal Sanctum again. Glyph of Despair. I like it. 3 times. Good, good. That first kill is going to be absolute monstrosity of loot. Dropping. Whoa. I don't need Rune of Shattering. Just buy those off the vendor. There we go. Nice. Glyph of Despair. Sea Column. I had this one. I can't remember where these are. Oh, Death of a Boss. Any boss. Definitely better. Way better there. Get a nice Glyph of Despair. Feeling pretty good about the Despair count going up here. I don't know about the other stuff. Diamond Matron. These, I believe this is a mob type that is inside Temporal Sanctum as well, so that should sync up well. I can go ahead and click that. They will be dropping inside there. I'll have to be careful when I swap realms, though. I might miss the kill. Okay. Well, I think you get the idea. We'll just leave it there, and I'm going to finish this out. I'm going to actually swap this lens over for runes here in just a second. I think I'll just go ahead and click that, and then I will swap this out. So it's the last thing I'll show you before we start getting into some of that juicy loot. I have it here, I believe. Yes, okay. 15% chance per rank to find runes. I have 9 ranks. Dang, almost 10. And what is the 10th reward? I would get duplicated materials if I just cut the 10th rank, man. Oh, just can't quite get there. Soon, TM. There we go. And now when I reset this, it's very likely to show what I want here. So Magisa, all right. I can do that many times. It's easy to repeat. Here we go. It's going to be major big time on runes. I'm looking for runes of not creation. No, rune of removal. This is the one I need. Okay. Lightless Arbor Dungeon. All right, we're going to have to go in there at least once. Wow, nice. I can kill this boss 6 times, get a ton of those. 42 runes of removal. That's great. Rune of removal again. Death of a boss. Nice. Alright, well, we're draining this down. The reason it's so expensive because it has so many repeats on there. And this is the 5th rune of creation now I've seen on here. It's wild. Alright, whatever. 6th rune of creation. What in the world? It's common, guys. Actually common. Right. I feel pretty good about the runes of removal. I think we'll finish it out right here. And we're basically about done. And whenever I go out and I do all these dungeons, you know, I'll have the opportunity to spend a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and reroll it all the way down to the bottom here. Ooh, tier 4, can't do. I probably won't be able to pay for whatever it is, unless it's like 800. So bad. Or 400. Hey, let's see, Golem. Yeah, there we go. So that'll be the next one I click. Okay, well, let's see what kind of rewards we get now. Now that I've lined it all up, almost to the brim. So I probably should have went up to 100,000 favor before I did this. That's okay. Okay, we're getting near the end here. I have a few prophecies left. Let's see what I got. Mainly just campaign events, and it looks like it's always either the final boss or like of the whole campaign, or what is it, this boss here, Sanctum of the Arctic, Liath, I guess. And I'm going to show you how you can repeat kill here. I think this is really a big deal, and this is mainly why the campaign events are the absolute best for this. I've already killed the Exiled Mages, I think 3 times, the Temporal Sanctum 4 times, Soulfire Dungeon once, half of a Lighthouse Dungeon. But nothing is going to be faster than just spamming these bosses, especially, well, I mean, especially because they're easy. So that's a whole bunch of stuff there. Couldn't wait, yeah, no, I could fill it up. Okay. By the way, found my very first 4 LP item ever. Too bad I won't be able to sell it. I suspect Circle of Fortune has a little bit of impact on driving up the chance of that to drop. But anyway, that's a side point. I don't think that one's worth a lot, if I'm not mistaken, on trade anyway. So I just zone back out the back end and then come back in, and it resets the instance. I was surprised to find this out, and this is definitely what made me realize that those campaign prophecies, they're nice. They're nice. So you can see the boss has already respawned. I'm just going to walk right back up again. I got to kill her 6 times, I think, and it's really not that bad. Unless she teleports away, that's unfortunate. Completely lost there. Alright, there we go. As you can see, there it is. And do I need to do it again? Let's see here. I got Yeah, 2 out of 6 times there. And yeah, alright. Well, you know, even for just one prophecy, that's fast enough. I can do it 6 times real quick. So, pretty cool. Alright, well, finishing up the very last prophecy I'm going to do. Need one more Diamond Matron. There she is. Alright, that should be it. Alright, some Glyphs of Hope. This is outside of the Majasa's boss room area. Anyway, we're done. Let's see the final results. This was about maybe 4 hours. 4 or 5 hours of work in total, I'd say. Definitely took a little bit of time, but again, rank 10, double the rewards. Or if I had really good gear, I could do higher corruption. Would have been faster. But here we go. So, you remember what it looked like before? I think I doubled the count of Runes of Creation, which I don't seemingly need that bad. Runes of Removal, got that up nice, real good. Glyphs of Despair, would have liked a few more, but that's a pretty good number. It's going to hold me out for a while. And Glyphs of Hope, 293. I had 0 to start. I would actually kind of need that to be like 1,000, honestly. The pace I blow those out. That is my real bottleneck now. I may have to change how I buy things off of trade and just slam it constantly with Glyphs of Hope and pray for like some dream scenario. I definitely used a lot of them in my last video. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed and was able to take some good knowledge away from this to see a way for you to, you know, perpetually refill and target whatever particular crafting materials you need. Now I get to go back to trade. I get to put on my good set of gear again. And I guess I'll just leave this rotting in my stash because I don't think I'm going to play a character that can use it. Probably just buy it on trade anyway if I need it. Let me know what other kind of videos you might be interested in. We still got about another week of Last Epoch, so we'll see what comes out next. I know for sure I'm going to come out with a build guide video. I know I kind of showcased just a little sneak peek of this build for you. Super fun to play. Can't wait to share that with you. But that's it for now. You can watch me live on Twitch. Come stop by anytime. I'm on most days at some point in the day anyway. That's it for now. See you in the next video. Bye.